Good morning, team. I am going to be doing some workstation training with you. We're going to try something new here, and hopefully it works for us. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to enter an order or how to start an order. And because of the way that the screen is set up for recording purposes, I'm going to have to do a lot of scrolling, and that's okay. Hopefully it will be okay and we'll figure it out. All right, so there's a couple different ways to start an order. I'm going to show you two different ways. So let's start by clicking on Orders in the Order tab up above. That brings you to your order history screen. Your order history screen is going to show you all of the orders that you've placed or that have been placed recently. And on the left-hand side, you'll see a big, large purple button that says Scentsy Order, and we're going to go ahead and click on Scentsy Order. Now, you're going to notice that the screen comes to the product order party details. When we are doing an order, this is exactly what you're going to be seeing on every type of order. There are three screens. You have party details, customer details, as well as payment details. So you need to be going through all three of those screens in order to finalize an order. All right, so I'm going to go back to the home screen and show you a different way that you can also place or start an order. If you look on the very right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice that there is a shopping cart, and the shopping bag, and to the right of that it says Scentsy Order. By clicking on Scentsy Order, it will once again take you to party details. All right, so from here, what you're going to want to decide is what type of party this is. Is it a home party? Is it a basket party? Is it a fair or a show, a fundraiser, or individual? Home, basket, fair, show, and fundraiser are all going to be entered the same way. Individual should only be used if it's not going to reach $150 worth of sales, or PRV. The only time you may use that is if it's not a party. If it's $150, you want to do it as a party, even if it's an individual party, because that way you can get your hostess rewards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select this as a basket party, and you're going to see that very little information is needed for a basket party. I'm going to put it in as test party, and we're going to run it from today through June, let's say 16th. Do I want it to show on PWS? Well, PWS is my personal website. I want all of my parties to show on my personal website for two reasons. One, for the inevitable that someone may place an order on that party and help the individual that is doing that party. But two, it also makes it look, and it gives that great perception that I have a booming business. And that's what we want. So let's make sure that we select show on PWS. Use evites. I'll be very honest with you guys. I have no idea what that is. I know it's something to do with being able to use invitations for your hostess. I don't know how to use it. I don't use it because I prefer word of mouth. So up to you. If you want to learn how to use it, that's great. All right, so on the right-hand side is host info. In this particular case, we have an individual that is going to be doing a party. Her name is Norma. And Norma is already a customer of mine, so I get to select her from my drop-down list. So as soon as I started typing, it showed up all of the Normas that are in my contact list. If she was not in my contact list, I would just continue to fill out the information under those fields. So I'm going to go ahead and select her name, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom to the ship to information, and I'm going to select the word consultant. Now the reason that I'm doing that is because I want that party to come to me so that I can label everything and pre-package it by order. If the hostess does not live close enough to you so that you can package it for them, you can go ahead and click on host, and it will auto-populate the hostess information into this area. All right, so now that we've done that, we're going to go to the far right-hand side of the screen, and we're going to click on continue. Now what continue will do is to bring us to the second part of our screen, where it's the product order guest details. In this area is where you're going to be entering all of your orders, okay? Now, if at this point I had no orders to enter, I could go ahead and go back to the home screen and access that party at any time I would want at a later time. So by clicking on pending orders, you're going to notice that I have a party called Test Party. If I click on Edit, it will bring me back into the party detail screen. And once again, I can go to the bottom right and I can select Continue to go into the customer guest details. Okay, so now at this point I have a couple different orders that I'm going to enter with you just to show you. And the easy part about this is the big purple buttons up here. Add new guest is how I'm going to be adding a new guest to our shopping cart. Excuse me. So now you're going to notice that it kind of goes back to the same screen where we're entering information about a contact. So do I want this to ship direct? No, I don't, because it's going to be coming to the party. Do I want to have them get my my newsletter? Absolutely, but only if they have their email address given to me, because if they don't have their email address, I can't select this because there's nothing to send it to. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new customer. And let's see. Okay. Now, let's say that I don't have all of the information. You know what? I can bypass all of that. I only have to enter the information about her name so that I can keep track of it. Now, also though, keep in mind that the more information you have about your customers, the better a consultant you're going to be for them. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and scroll down, and I'm going to save and return to carts. Or if I wanted to just add all of my guests for that party, I could do them all together by clicking save and add another. And then I would just go back in here and add another customer, which actually we're going to go ahead and do right now. This one is actually an existing customer. So we're going to go ahead and put her information in. And I'm going to scroll down, and now I'm going to say save and return to carts. Okay, so now we're back on the product order guest details screen. And if you notice, there's a tab for my host. Okay, and I call these tabs because it kind of looks like a tab, right? And this is her order information. Now, if I scroll down a little bit more, you're going to see Tina's information in her tab. And you're also going to see Felicia's information in her tab. So now, once I look at the order forms and I see what they need, the hostess always enters their information last because they want to apply the half price and host credits at a later time. You will not be able to add this information in until this host base right here reaches 150. So that's the target number. Once the host base hits 150, then you will be able to apply your half price and host credits. Now let me explain a little bit about the order summary. All of the information about the party is here. The consultant information is here as well. The host base information is the total amount of sales minus shipping, minus tax, and if it's not what they call personal resale value. So PRV is going to be what shows up here. So this is what you will get paid on as a hostess for your rewards. Now down here, there's a breakdown for rewards. So how many half prices are earned will be in the green column. How many have been taken will be in the red column. And this is just a way for us to determine what has been entered and what still needs to be entered. Hostess credit will also add up at the 10 or 15% based on the amount of sales that they've done. And then overage amount is, let's say the host credit is $25 that they've earned, but they spend $30 in hostess credit, then the overage amount would be $5 that they would have to pay out of pocket. Now, workstation guests are guests that you've entered here on the workstation. Below that, if orders were placed online through this party, you would be having a list of those as well. So let's go ahead and enter an order. And we're going to enter an order for Tina. She's ordering Ribbert the frog, the baby frog. So I'm just going to start typing Ribbert. And if you notice on the drop-down list, we're going to have both Ribbert the frog, Scentsy Buddy, as well as baby Ribbert the frog. Well, they want baby Ribbert the frog. So we're going to select that one from the list. Quantity is 1, and we're going to add to cart. Now what happens when you add to cart is because a scent pack comes with the buddy, it becomes a multi-pack. So you get your baby buddy and your scent pack. So here is where we need to select the type of scent pack that we want. All I do is start typing the scent that I want and select it from the list and add it. Once it's been added, it says right here, one was required and one was entered. You're going to notice on the right-hand side that there is a button that says Save Multi-Pack. When you're done, you go ahead and click Save Multi-Pack, and it will bring you right back into the guest details and her party purchase. So you're going to notice that there is a pack, which is signified by this little box, and we have a buddy with a nursery pack, newborn nursery pack, sorry. The price is $20 and it is a retail level. Now you're also going to notice that in this particular case, because we have not reached the host base of $150 yet, they are charging shipping, which is the $5 fee. Now that will automatically go away as soon as your party total equals $150. Once it hits $150, all of the shipping charges will be eliminated, and these totals will be reflected with the minus shipping. Okay? Alright, so now I want to go ahead and order a 6-pack, and once again, a 6-pack is a multi-pack, so I'm going to type in 6PK, just because that's a quick thing for me to know. I'm going to go ahead and select Scentsy 6-pack, quantity is 1, and I'm going to add it to the cart. You'll notice that it brings us to the multi-pack screen again, and I'm going to do Mocha Doodle, and she wants 6 of those, so we're going to do all 6, and we're going to add it. You're going to notice 6 required, 6 entered. So that's all set. So now we can save the multi-pack. All right. So now we have an order that is $52.50. But again, remember it's including the $5 shipping. And all of her items are listed in here. So now Felicia has an order. And she wants to go ahead and get the Heartfelt Warmer. And she's actually buying a few of them. So she wants 4 of them. So we're going to just change the quantity to 4 and we're going to hit add to cart. Now because this isn't a multi-pack, it brings us right back into this tab so that you can see that Heartfelt Warmers are $35 each. She did ask for 4. And so now the total is on the right hand side of $120. But you will notice now that because, and I'll show you this in a moment, because we hit the $150 level between these 2 orders, the shipping charges has disappeared. Okay, so that becomes an automatic thing that you don't even have to worry about. So as soon as it hits 150, your shipping charges will go away. So what I want to show you here is that at this particular time, you're going to see that the host base is $185. We have earned 1 half-price item. There is 1 perpetual party reward available, and the host credit is $18.50. So this is what has been earned on the $185 host base. Once we've taken them, this information will change. Now the perpetual party reward is the half-price item that you can provide to a hostess that books a party for you. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. We have our qualifying party of 150. We're going to go ahead and give Norma her half-price items and her hostess credit. So when we're ready to do a half-price item, all we do is have to select half-price. We're going to go and give her the Boho Chic full-size warmer. We're going to add it to the cart, and you're going to notice right away that $15 is the half-price item. Okay, those are typically $30. So now if you look over on the left-hand side under your order summary, you're going to notice that 1 half price is earned, but 1 half off is taken. So now we have hostess credits that we want to utilize. So I select host credit, and this time, because it's $18, we're going to go ahead and select a washer whiff for coconut lemongrass, and she would like to get 2. Now, 2 washer whiffs is going to be more than the credit that's provided. That's okay. So we're going to hit add to cart because watch what happens. price per is 0. And what happens is on the left-hand side, you'll see that we took $24 in host credit, which means that there's a $5.50 overage that will have to be paid for that order. So if you look at Norma's order, you're going to see that there is a balance of $5.50. She also has a total of $20.50 because her half price was $15 and $5.50 is the overage. So she's got tax to pay, and that's her total that she owes. Now, the last thing that we want to show on the order screen is the perpetual reward. If you go to the top right, once you have hit $150 of host base, this section right here will appear. Now, what this does is, let's say that Norma hosted or booked her party because when Felicia had her party, that's where Norma booked. So I had done a party for Felicia last week. And at Felicia's party, Norma said, I'll book a party, I'll do a party. So now Felicia's going to get a thank you by getting that perpetual party reward, and it's a half price item. So she has chosen to get Roarbert. And so I type in Roar, and I select Roarbert, and I click on Apply. Now what happens, again, guys, if we've seen this before, because this is a multi-pack, it wants to know what scent pack I want to add to it. So I'm going to type in Sweet Pea and Vanilla. I'm going to click Add, and then I'm going to say Save Multi-Pack. This brings me back to the order details screen, and you will notice that if we go down to Felicia's tab, that her half price item here is listed. This is the perpetual party reward, and we can tell because of this little price tag. So she got it for $12.50. And now her total order is $160.13 that she is due. Okay, so now we're just going to double check and make sure that all of the information has been entered and everything's been taken. So we have one taken, $24 with a $5.50 overage. So the total amount is $228.91 for this party, and PRV is $170.50. Now remember that we are not we can't count PRV on half price items and the rewards. So that's where the difference is. Now the host is getting paid on everything. Okay, so the balance due is $228.91. So now that's all set. So we're going to go down to the bottom of the screen, and we're going to select Continue. Now on this screen, I'm not going to be able to do everything that I would like to do because I'm not going to enter any credit card information, and even if I try to enter something, it won't take it if it's bogus. So at this point, what will happen is you're going to enter the card information for anybody that has made a payment with a card. There's 2 steps on this particular page. Now the reason that I say that there's 2 different parts, at least on the screen, is that this section up here is for entering cards, and I say cards in multiply because there's going to be customers that you have that actually pay with credit cards. So this is where you're going to enter their information and the amount that they would have to pay. What you'll do is you'll click on Add to Payments. Now this does not process the card when you click Add to Payments. All it's doing is adding it down at the bottom under Payments Applied. So you're going to see a list of credit cards, 1 or 2 or 3 or more, and this balance will continue to go down as you apply the certain amounts per order. Now when you've entered all of the credit card information, including your own, to pay for the balance of cash or checks that were paid, this balance number needs to be 0 in order for it to be processed. This number needs to be the full amount of the party order. So once this hits 0, you can go ahead and process the payments and continue. The way that you do that at that point is you would go down to the bottom right and you would click on Process Payments and Continue. Once you click on Process Payments and Continue, you are finalizing the order. The cards will be processed and they will be charged, and the order will be complete. The last page that you'll see is an order confirmation with an order number. My habit is always to write the order number down or to print that screen and wrap it around the orders for that party. If you have any questions, guys, that's all. One more thing, actually. I'll go back to home, And once a party has been put through, you will see it down here in your order history. If it has not been properly or completely finalized, it will still be listed under your pending orders. So hopefully you found this helpful and that the screen was visible. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.